All right, now we're recording. All right, but everybody missed the intro. So you guys are here watching me live, all right? But at least we're recording it. Education does not mean teaching people what they do not know. It means teaching them to behave as they do not behave. So the whole purpose of today's masterclass is not to give you a page full of notes. What did I say yesterday about notes? About this week's masterclass? And why is it that we wrote on a goal card what we wanted? Because you see this is when I was studying this morning, right? I got my notebook here, my Bob Proctor notebook. You don't want to just have a page full of notes. If you're like me, I never went back to my notes. And if you have just a page full of a book of notes just like this, your life's not going to change. Because in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the relationship to your results. And we understand that just a notebook full of notes is only tapping into your conscious mind that only controls 5% of your results. So what I'm saying here, by taking notes the entire class without harnessing it towards a specific desire, you're only really going to get 5% of the results that you're really looking for. I don't know about you. I don't want 5%. I want 95%. So drop in the chat right now. Do you want 5% or you want 95%? Which one do you want to tap into? So what I'm doing on this week is I'm educating you guys not to know, but to behave differently. Those of you that are in my coaching program, I have some of my clients on this call right here, and they know that I've been waking up at 5:55 a.m. and it's completely changed everything for me. I go to bed early, wake up early, hit the gym the last 2 days. Like I've dramatically changed my behavior. Therefore, I have a different energy and a different aura. So the knowing doing gap is understanding what to do, but not doing it. I'm already operating off the idea that you know exactly what to do to get to the next level in your business. If you're in network marketing, you know exactly what to do to get to the next rank. If not the rank above you, double rank, triple rank. If you have a traditional business, you know what to do. You know exactly what to do to take it to the next level, to take your team, your organization, your employees, your whatever it is. But why aren't you doing it? See, that is the greatest secret that many people have studied throughout the years and that we're going to answer for you on today's call. See, Morpheus, my man Morpheus from the Matrix said that there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. And like we said yesterday, Earl Nightingale said that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That worthy ideal is this thing you have here on this card. You know what's funny? I want everybody to pay attention right now. Stop writing, just listen to me. Look at this goal card. Look at this goal card. I want you to understand that you, right now within you, have the right amount of knowledge right now to make this happen. With the same amount of knowledge that you have right now, you can make this happen in a time efficient manner. But you know what that key is? Some of you might be like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, you just have to simply execute what you already know how to do. That's called a quantum leap. Quantum leap is U squared, taking the infinite power that lives within you, squaring it. So that's infinite times infinite. And that means that regardless of the time and effort that you put in, your results will come in the effortless way. If you guys, I know some of you are watching me for the first time, you guys know my story that for 5 years, I struggled in business, never made more than $80,000 across 5 years. Then I tapped into this program Bob Proctor has called Thinking into Results. And Bob said exactly these words to me. I remember I was sitting in Los Angeles in I think it was the Sheraton or the Hilton, one of those hotels over there by LAX. I'm sitting in the back room. And Bob said, DeAndre, if you study this information for the next 6 months, you're going to need a telescope to look back at your life. And I had nothing else to do. What was I going to go? I was literally about to drive for Lyft that night so I can get a hostel. Who knows what a hostel is? It's not a hotel. A hostel is when you share a room with other people, right? And that's kind of a fun thing, especially when you're traveling. Like you see, I got my Medellin, Colombia hat. So in Colombia, stuff is fun. But not when you're living in the United States and you're like trying to get by in regular life. When you're traveling, it's okay. But I was staying in a hostel at that period. And so when he said that, I was like, I'm going to a hostel. This man has what I want. Let me listen to what he has to say. And 37 days later, I was earning $100K a month. What was the biggest change here? And you know what's the funniest thing? is I read no extra books. I took no other extra courses. I did nothing different besides two things. I studied this program thinking into results, and I got in front of a customer by 9 a.m. That's the only thing that I did differently. And it's so funny that with the same information, and you know what's even cooler, is I worked less to earn money now than I did back then when I was busting my ass to get to 2K a month when I was running my marketing agency. So we're going to be talking about that difference right here. And that's why I can confidently say to you that with the same information that you have now, you can have a quantum leap. Everybody write down quantum leap. Quantum leap. Quantum leap. Jen, one of my coaches, can you go on Google and search the word quantum leap from the book U Squared, Price Pritchett. I want to find his exact definition. I don't want to go searching for it myself. And then I'll drop it in the chat, and then I'll read it off to everybody, okay? But I want to read you the exact quote from Price Pritchett, who came up with the idea of the quantum leap. As it has something to do with time and energy, but I want to say it sounds really cool. So the conscious mind, we're going to talk about that in a second. It's connected to the world around you. Right now, you guys are listening to me via your conscious mind. It has connection to your senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. You can hear me, see me, and it transfers electrical signals to your brain, which allows you to understand what I'm saying. Conscious mind. The subconscious mind is the part of the mind that expresses whatever is impressed upon it. So I was studying this morning, and I found this really cool analogy that this girl said about the subconscious mind. So she said that the subconscious mind is like your young, adventurous sibling. It's like that little 7-year-old brother or sister that just wants to run around and play and get excited and curious and exploring and believes in everything and imaginary. That's your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind is the responsible sibling. It's the one that likes repetition, likes habits, likes security, likes to be safe. That is your subconscious mind. And I really appreciated that analogy this morning. We really don't need more information to get better results. We just need to execute. We just need to execute that which we already know. So we talked about the paradigm yesterday. Paradigm is a multitude of your habits. Think of it as your mental conditioning or your mental programming. This paradigm has 100% exclusive control over your results, and it resides within the subconscious mind. We're going to be seeing this word here multiple times throughout this week. So do you guys know what a speed governor is on a car? A speed governor or a speed limiter? So let's just take, okay, let's just say, for example, like my GTR. My GTR is like 700 horsepower. It's really fast, right? Right now, there's a speed limiter on it at 180 something miles per hour. Or let's just make it easy. Let's just say we put a speed limiter at 60 miles per hour. No matter how fast, or no matter how hard I push on the gas, if the speed limiter is set to 60 miles per hour, does it matter how many horsepower is in the vehicle? It could be a Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, whatever your dream car is. Regardless of what it is, if you have a speed limiter on it and how much energy and how much horsepower is in that vehicle, it will not go past that speed limit. Very simple concept. You have a speed limiter within your mind, and that is called a paradigm. Everybody write that down. The paradigm is the problem in everything. The paradigm is the speed limiter. It is the governor. It is the thing that is controlling and holding you back. And if you simply rid yourself of your old paradigm, rid yourself of that speed limiter with the same energy and same, if not less energy, and the same knowledge, you will literally take a quantum leap, elevator to the next level of success. Somebody dropped in the chat quantum leap? Okay, U squared. Mel, there's a part where it talks about time versus effort. If you can find that, I would appreciate that, because that's the really cool part. You already have taken the time to get to understanding of how to do your business more effectively. If you've been in your business more than 30 days, especially more than 90 days, or at least a year, you know what to do. You just need to override that old programming. So before I draw this thing called the secret genie, we have to get a better understanding of this paradigm, because if all you do is draw the secret genie and you regurgitate this to your team or your company later this afternoon, you're really still not understanding this. So the paradigm, we understand that it is the governor, it's the speed limiter, it's our conditioning, it's our mental programming, as 100% exclusive control of our results. How was that paradigm formed? How was that self-image formed? How were your standards formed? Did you know, like I mentioned yesterday, that your income level, the amount of money that you've earned at this point so far this month, you are conditioned there? You are conditioned to be at whatever income level you were at on the 20th of this month. I think it's the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 20th. So as a child, you came into this world and you are missing your consciousness. All you had was a subconscious mind, a little baby, impressionable. So this is you as an infant. And the radio, other people, your parents, the authorities in your life, your teachers, TV, news, Instagram, Netflix, all these things are impressed upon you, upon a child, which then starts to regulate that child's self-image. My grandpa, I love my grandparents. My grandparents raised me. My grandpa was an engineer at a hospital for my entire life, 25 years. So he started the year I was born. My grandma was like a house cleaner, right? Because she didn't have papers, so she would clean houses. But she made damn good money doing it. She worked for like old people, old Jewish people in La Jolla. My grandparents always used to say, DeAndre, you got to work hard for money. Money doesn't grow on trees. What are some other things? Drop in the chat right now. What are some things we heard about money? Heard that all the time. Money doesn't grow on trees. You got to work hard for money. Yep. Those are some things that I heard growing up. Hard to keep it. The root of all evil. Doesn't come easy. Doesn't come easy. Exactly. So those are all, you realize that those are ideas that were taken from your parents, and then you started to believe them. You know, like at this period in my life, being 25 years old, being, studying this for about a year and a half, when I go to my family in San Diego, like I love them, but within just the ride from the airport to the house, I'm like, oh God, here we go again. Like, it's just like, boom, like I just don't relate with them. It's just like, I can't talk about business or money because they're still trying to like impress their stuff on me. And I just not having it. And I can't have any conversation. Hey, Grandpa, I'm doing pretty well with crypto this month. Oh, crypto's a scam. Oh, they use that for scamming. What? You got some of you are laughing right now, and you're an adult, but as a child, you believe that. And now here you are, 22, 23, 25, 30, 35, 40, and you're trying to grow a business and it's not working. And you blame the business, your upline, the sideline. You need another coach. You need another YouTube video. You need another Zoom call. You don't need another Zoom call. You don't need another coach. You need to rewire your ideas about money, about yourself. Here's one thing about business that I learned. I started off in network marketing and then went to consulting and stuff. Business, especially network marketing, business in general, will expose your paradigm so fast it'll make your head spin. Business will expose your paradigm so fast it will make your head spin. What do I mean by that? So you think you're a hot shot, right? And then you go join network marketing. I'm not promoting network marketing. It's just easy to talk about that because it's a voluntary army. People don't have to follow you. And then you go out and you join a network marketing company, and all the people you thought were friends, you thought were your writers, they're nowhere to be found. And then your whole organization quits on you, and then you're by yourself again after busting your ass the last 6 months. You go out there and you start making money, you start blowing it. And even though you're earning 100K a month, you're still 100K a year, you're still broke, trying to look rich. Those are just a couple examples, but that's what I'm talking about here. Those are all ideas that you chose to believe about yourself. So here's the big problem. Here's a little introduction to the stick figure. I'm going to draw this out in a second here. But let this upper circle, we have this big major circle right here, and then we have this small circle. Let this big circle, let it represent your mind. Let the bottom circle, let it represent your body. And now here, let it represent your results. So this mind, we can break it up into two parts, our conscious mind, our subconscious mind. Now there's many parts to our mind, but just to keep this simple, we need an illustration. So our conscious mind is the book knowledge. It's the one we went to school and said, you know what? If I want a Ferrari, I remember in college, I wanted a Ferrari. So my idea was to go be an engineer, because I was an engineering student, be an engineer. Why? Because engineers make money, not because I wanted it, because that's what I thought made money. And then if I go get a master's degree, that master's degree engineers earn $100,000 a year. And then if I worked for a company, by the time I was 30, I was going to have a Ferrari if I saved my pennies and didn't go out to eat. That was literally my game plan. Conscious mind. No idea what was going on. I was able to go to class, repeat information, pass tests, and now I'm successful. I dropped out of college though. Subconscious mind. It's the paradigm, it's the programming, both genetic and environmental. So why is it that I'm part Mexican, but I don't speak that well of Spanish? Why did I learn Spanish in Colombia? And my accent is now Colombian Spanish versus Mexican Spanish in the city I grew up 21 years of my life. Because in the house, even though all my aunties, uncles, and grandma's Mexican, whether I chose not to, I don't know what it was, I never learned Spanish growing up, first 21 years of my life. So when I went to live in Colombia the last 3 years, I picked up that accent. I understand Colombians, from Medellin, Colombia. Environmental. Our environment has more to do with our programming than our genetics. And then we have the body. This body I talked about yesterday. This body is a physical presentation of the ideas we hold about ourselves. If you look yourself in the mirror, that's exactly how you feel about yourself. At a subconscious level, not at a conscious level, you're thinking, oh, I'm overweight. I need to be in the gym. I need to gain weight, whatever it is. And regardless of what that small voice says when you look in the mirror, at a subconscious level, that's how you see yourself. Why? Because that's where you're at now. And in the spiritual world, in the subconscious world, there's only now. There's no future. There's no past. There's only now. Time is an illusion that we created so we can live our day-to-day life as humans. I need to know that I have a call with Osvaldo at 7 p.m. Like, I need that on my calendar. But in the spiritual world, there's no such thing. There's only one mind. And we're all connected to it. There's only one frequency. We're all connected to it. There's multiple variations of the frequency, but there is only one. And then this behavior, this body starts to act and is controlled by those paradigms. And here's the major problem is that we look at those results. We look at that bank account. We look at our sales sheet. We look at those grades. And based on what those grades, sales sheets, income, bank account, what that boyfriend said about you, that girlfriend said about you or did to you, based on what you see, you let it control your emotions. Instead of being a creator with the God within, you are letting the outside bend your will. And that's what I talked about this morning in the first part of this call. Did you conquer yourself? Because if you don't conquer yourself, this is why you keep getting the same results. You look at the outside world because you haven't conquered yourself yet. You're unstable emotionally, spiritually. So therefore, your body will be unstable physically. And it comes through anxiety, depression, that weird 3 p.m. I'm driving and I feel like I want to crumble energy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Albert Einstein says the intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We've created a society that honors the servant and it has forgotten the gift. If there's one thing you guys can take away from today's call, is that your results are completely controlled by that subconscious mind, that paradigm. And the moment you start to understand that, not just know it, but understand that, you will stop going to the wrong things and start going to the source of the results. The law of cause and effect. There's a cause, there's an effect. The effect is your result. You can't change the effect, you can change the cause. To establish new, improved, permanent results, you must change the paradigm. For a permanent improvement in results, permanent. Right? Everybody write that word down. Permanent change. I'm not talking about you go out there and hit 10K your first month. You go hit that rank 1 month and then D-rank. You go out there and you build your company to a certain level and then degrade. A common error is for a person to merely eliminate a negative habit, thinking the results will improve it. It has been established that if a negative result is not consciously and deliberately replaced with a positive habit, another negative habit will automatically replace it. To change our results, we should select 1 or 2 habits, not 5, not 10, 1 to 2 habits. Yesterday, I talked to my clients about the domino effect. Everybody write that word down, domino effect. The domino effect. What is the domino effect? The domino effect, the domino theory states that what is the one thing that such by doing it, everything else will fall into place. Your business, your finances, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your confidence, your inner emotional stability. What is that one thing? What do you think that one thing is for you? Write that down. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds. Write that down really quickly. What do you think that one thing is that such by doing it, everything else will fall into play? I'll give you an example. Mine is getting 8 hours of sleep and waking up early. I noticed that if I didn't get enough sleep and I woke up late, I wouldn't do my morning routine and I wouldn't go to the gym, which means that my day was off. But if I got the proper amount of sleep, went to bed at 10 p.m., wake up at 5:55 a.m., I did everything I was supposed to do, came out with more energy, hit the gym, studied, and now I'm crushing it. And that's why yesterday's income was up. Yesterday I earned quite a bit of money. I earned more yesterday than most people earn a month. Why? Isn't that kind of funny? That's not funny. It's how it works. The domino theory. 30 seconds. What do you think your domino is? Drop in the chat right now. What do you think your domino is? What do you think your domino is? Waking up early. Here's a little thing about waking up early, guys. You know what waking up early is? It starts, you're waking up early doesn't start in the morning. It starts the night before. People would say that, but I didn't understand that. Going to bed early means you wake up early. No, I don't know if I'm the type of person I need sleep. Like I'm not that 6 hour sleep person. So if I want to wake up early, I have to go to bed early. For some of you, it's the gym. I know some of you, Tony Robbins is really about that, physiology, getting your body in alignment. And as your body gets in alignment, your mind gets in alignment. That's another way. That's not what Bob teaches, but I also get coached by Tony Robbins. That's one thing he says. If you start hitting the gym, you're naturally going to want to eat better. And as you start to eat better, your confidence is better. And then everything falls into play. That's one way to do it. So thank you guys for sharing that and telling me how you guys feel. It is the paradigm that has attracted the conditions or circumstances that have contributed to the problems in your business. Write this down. You're going to want to write this down. Maybe you don't have to draw the circle and stuff, but you can at least write the list down. There's a method to the madness. There's a method to the creation. There's a method. There's a certain way in which we do this. Number 1, writing causes thinking. Remember I told you to write your goal down every morning, to write it down. Why do you want to write it down? Because writing causes thinking. I like it. I like it says creates thinking. Thinking creates an image. In a second, we're going to be drawing this a little bit deeper. Thinking creates an image. The subconscious mind only understands two languages, images and emotion. So isn't it funny that in number 2, we talk about thinking creates an image, which then leads to number 3, that image stirs an emotion. The two things that control the subconscious mind, which leads to number 4, emotions cause the new action. Number 5, action sets up the reaction, which then sets up the new results. So I want you guys to think about something. What color is your car? In the chat right now, drop down, what color is your car? What color is your car? Black. Got a lot of black cars. Silver. Osvaldo. Amanda has a blue car. Queen has a silver car. Taylor has a black on black. My Range Rover is black on black. Oh, my GTR is too. I like black on black. Champagne gold. I like that champagne gold color. I was thinking about white on white. I saw a Lamborghini Urus white on white with the like white Forgiato wheels. That thing looked nice. So, okay. How many doors does your car have? Is it a coupe like this McLaren 600 LT right here? It's my next car. I'm getting mine in purple. I like that purple color. Is it a 2-door? Is it a 4-door? How many doors are on your car? Drop in the chat. Let me ask you another question. What does your mind look like? What does your mind look like? Queen has a minivan. That was my first car, a minivan. What does your mind look like? Isn't it kind of interesting that the chat was blowing up a couple seconds ago when I asked you what your car looks like, how many doors it does. But when I asked you what your mind looks like, that chat's looking kind of blank right now. Here's the problem, is when we're asked what our mind looks like, here's what we get. A blank stare. A blank stare. So you can't change something that you don't have a mental image of. When I asked you what your car looks like, what happened? An image flashed in the screen of your mind of what your car looks like. You mentally went out to your garage, the parking lot, wherever your car is right now. You mentally saw your car from an outside. You mentally walked into it and you mentally saw this car in your consciousness on the screen of your mind. So we think in pictures. When I say, where's your dream vacation at? Right now, an image is popping up of some blue ass water, probably, or some mountain or some city or something of that sort. An image is popping in your mind. So when I ask you to change your paradigm and why you're not going out there and doing what you know you should be doing, is because you don't understand what's going on between the 6 inches between your ears. And the moment you understand, not know, but understand, the moment you understand, not know about, but understand this thing that I'm going to mention right now, everything in your life will change in the next 14 days. And if not 14 days, 30 to 45 days. And if it's not happening in that time frame, you still are in the knowing, doing gap. You're not in that deep understanding yet. Some of you, like I said, drop a one in the chat if you give me permission to be 100 with you guys, to be your big brother, to tell you how it is. Drop a 2 in the chat if you want me to sugarcoat it. Some of y'all got egos. Some of y'all got egos. And that's why shit's not happening for you. Just because you think you know or you know about doesn't mean you know. I thought I knew for 5 years until I said, you know what? My life is not working out. This person has what I want. And for the first time in my life, I did exactly what he said. That him being Bob Proctor. For those of you that are on the call for the first time, I work with Bob Proctor. I'm a certified Bob Proctor consultant. He has 2,500 worldwide, over 2,500 in every country in the world, and I'm in the top 10. So I've taken this information and changed my life with it, and now I train thousands of people. That's a little intro. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm just assuming you guys already know me. So I did exactly what Bob said, and I ran with it. And that doing exactly what he says was the release of my ego. It was the release of like, this is not working. Let me let go and let God. Let me figure it out. Let me do it for once. No one has ever seen the mind. And when the mind is imagined and understood, you become more effective at improving your results. So that's where I introduced to you guys today's major lesson, the stick figure, AKA the secret genie. You guys know Aladdin when they rub the like a little diamond here, right? You know, like when they rub the little genie thing, or what is it called? A lantern? Is that what is it called? No, what is it called, guys? The little thing, the little cup thing, lamp. There you go. Is it a lamp? No, a lamp is the light, guys. No, a lamp is a light. Is it a lamp? No, you guys are tripping. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. You rub the little thing and the guy comes out and says, hello, you get 3 wishes. Y'all realize y'all got more than 3 wishes? Y'all can have whatever you want. And the first step was putting it on that gold card. The secret genie is called your subconscious mind. So we're going to start with this circle here. We're going to let this big circle, let it represent your mind. We can break this mind up into 2 parts, our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, and then we can go ahead and attach our body. What does this look like? Where did I put my little writing pad? I want everybody to go draw your stick figure right now while I get my little writing pad out. Uncle Bobby P has a writing pad, so I have a writing pad. Draw your stick figure. We're going to break this down right now. Let's draw in red. It's my favorite color. If you understand this right here, this image literally changed my life. It was 7 days after I learned this lesson and how to talk to my subconscious mind that I earned 100K in 17 days. And guys, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the principle. Some of you are like, oh, why does it keep talking about how much? It's not about that. It's the principle behind it. How does somebody go from here broke to here in 37 days for 5 years? $80,000, 5 years, maybe less than that, 80K. Sleeping on a couch, driving for Uber and Lyft and Amazon. I meet this guy named Bob Proctor. Bob says, study this material. I study it. 37 days later, 100K a month. 60 days later, over $300,000 in 60 days. How does that happen? It's the principle, guys. It's the principle here. It was this image that changed it for me. So earlier, we talked about this upper part being your conscious mind, and this being your subconscious mind, and this being your body. So your body is going to act in alignment with the images you see in your subconscious mind, which will then produce your results. So let's talk about this conscious mind a little bit. This conscious mind is your thinking mind. It's your thinking mind. It's your intellectual mind. It's a part that you're using right now to understand me. It's a part of the mind we've used our entire life. Well, I wouldn't say used, been programmed our entire life to operate on. A lot of you said you're network marketing. You guys join Zoom calls after Zoom calls. Well, why are you not having a quantum leap? It's because you think it's a Zoom call or another. And not to say that you shouldn't join your upline Zoom call, but another Zoom call is not going to cause the quantum leap that you're looking for. It's the understanding of yourself. And let me tell you this, everybody throws that word around, quantum leap, quantum leap. Quantum leap comes from within. It's a connection between God or your maker, the universe, whatever you want, God, you, your goal. God, you, your goal. There's 3 parts to it. God, you have to be a vessel. I'm not going to have time. Go watch my YouTube video. Oh, I actually took it down. There's a YouTube video I'm going to post in the chat where I talk about blockage and relaxing so you can let the flow of energy come to and through you. You got to relax. A lot of the times we let this conscious mind, where's the money going to come from? Where's the people going to come from? Where's the resources going to come from? And we stop our blessings by trying to control it. Remember, we talked about having a C-type goal so that you can stretch and grow and let go and let God. If you're trying to control it, you're not allowing the God and the universe part to come in, which means it's not happening. Your thinking mind, you have the ability to originate. Come on, writing pad. Originate. Oh my goodness. It's actually how my handwriting kind of looks normally anyways. Originate. That's your imagination. You can create a new world in the screen of your mind. So let's talk about, and let's not forget 5%. 5% of your results are controlled by that subconscious mind. If you're ready to understand, that conscious mind, if you're ready to understand your subconscious mind, drop a 95 in the chat right now, 95% in the chat right now if you're ready to understand and learn about the subconscious mind. Let's hop into it. 95%. This is the key right here. 95% is controlled by the subconscious mind, the emotional mind. It's the feeling mind. It's where your programming is. It's where your conditioning is. It's where your views about the world are. You know, one of the cool abilities about the conscious mind is it can accept or reject information. So people can go talk about the crypto markets are down, the world is going to go to war, the economy is down, right? All these different things. People could be saying all these different things. So you can choose to accept those ideas or reject those ideas. That ability comes from right here, the conscious mind. You know, the subconscious mind can only accept. It can only accept ideas that you impress upon it. What does that mean? It means that when you take this goal card and you write in the present tense, not that I want, not that I'm trying, but that I am. I am so happy and grateful now that, and you write it out and you carry it with you and you keep it on the screen of your mind and you live from the wish fulfilled. It must come true. Because the subconscious mind, which remember is your older responsible sibling that likes habit, that likes repetition, that likes to keep you safe, can only accept that idea if you hold on to it long enough. So when I was sleeping on a couch, I would write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I effortlessly earn 100K a month. So when I earned 100K a month, was I surprised? No, because it's a natural thing for me to achieve when I am that person. Before you have, you must first become. Before you have, you must first become. Number one, then number two. Y'all trying to have results without becoming the person that would naturally attract it. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the law of vibration, law of attraction, and how this works. But you guys got to understand all this stuff first Because this is not, a lot of you guys have watched the movie The Secret or into Law of Attraction. Guys, this is not just a freaking meme. Like, it's not a meme page. You don't follow a meme page and now, oh, because you put 333 in the chat, you're going to manifest money. No, that's not how this shit works. There's real science behind this. Like, let's get out of that meme law of attraction kind of world and get into really making shit happen by understanding how it happens, understanding the laws. Everybody understands the law of gravity. Yes, I live on the 28th floor. If I jump off the floor, I'm going down, regardless if I'm a good person or a bad person, if I'm Christian, Buddhist, or something else, man or woman, purple or yellow. That's a law. God put laws on this earth. The law of attraction does not go against God. Does the law of gravity go against God? No, it's just a law that's on this earth, in this universe. And if you work with it, it will work for you. Become. So the subconscious mind, there's only now. This is why it works. I don't know if I shared this with you guys yesterday. I shared it with my clients. There's only now in the subconscious mind. That's why it can only accept. There's no future, there's no past, there's only now. So when you start to see yourself and you're visualizing and you're going to start learning these tactics I share with you on Thursday, these strategies on actually how to tap into this, if you do it long enough, you will see the changes start to happen in the effortless way. And so I talked about the body earlier. What is the body? The body is a physical what? Drop in the chat right now. Let me see you guys are attentive. The body is the what? Physical what? Physical, Jenna said it, presentation. The body is the physical presentation or representation, either word, of these ideas you're holding right here. So your body must act in alignment in exact accordance to how you see yourself and how you see yourself in that paradigm, in that subconscious mind, the ideas that you've chosen to accept as your new reality. And then you will do stuff. Another word, action. You will act in complete alignment with the ideas you now accept here. And we all know that our actions create our results. So why would you go out there and bust your ass and take more notes to try to increase your income when we realize that our income is a direct reflection of the ideas we chose to accept about ourselves? This is how a quantum leap happens. Quantum leap comes from within, a changing of self, a changing of being, becoming the person that's worthy of these results. Therefore, you will do things in alignment. Is this making sense? Drop a 1 in the chat if this is making sense. Drop a 2 in the chat if you need me to go over that again. If you understand that, things will start to come together. When you start to become, how do you become? I'm so happy and grateful now that I am here. And you carry that gold card. Don't put that gold card in your wallet. Don't put it in your purse. Carry it on you. That's your GPS. That's your daily, hourly, minute by minute reminder of where you're going so that you can further become. And then you'll start to do. If you guys got a lot of value from that, drop a 2 in the chat. I'm excited because you know what tomorrow we're doing? Tomorrow we're talking about the law of attraction. We'll be talking about the law of vibration. So we're gonna be talking about frequencies. Boom, boom, boom. Here you are right here. Here's where you want to go. That's a circle. Here's where you want to go. Tapping in, be a visualization, living from the state. We're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about a lot of cool stuff tomorrow. But if you got a lot of value from that right there, let me see it in the chat. I know this could be really heavy stuff, but if you really start to, and this is why repetition is key. I'm going to post today's lesson on my YouTube channel, then you guys can rewatch it. But tomorrow we're going to be diving deeper into that and how results are created via the law of attraction, law of vibration. Yeah, got a lot of motivation. So here's your guys' homework. I want you to write a script. Write a script, a 1-page script of what you want your life to look like in the present tense. Because tomorrow I'm going to teach you how to transition it over to your subconscious mind. So this is what I'm going to be showing you how to do tomorrow. So our homework. Here's our homework. We're going to write a script. It's called scripting. What's easy to do is easy not to do. Some of you are going to do it. Some of you are not going to do it. It's that easy. You're going to write a script in the present tense of what you want your life to look like. Because tomorrow, we understand that a QL, drop QL in the chat, QL, quantum leap. We understand that a QL comes from within, right here in the subconscious mind. So tomorrow, we're talking about creating a new image, in your imagination. We're going to sink that into our subconscious mind. What are we sinking in? We're going to sink in this script. We're going to take a goal card. That's our GPS. We're going to take that goal card and we're going to create an image around that goal card. Right here, using our conscious mind. We're going to tap it in to our subconscious mind, which means that over a period of the next coming weeks, next coming days, your body will start to do things in alignment with the script you have written for your homework. And with the same effort and knowledge you now hold, you will see a quantum leap in your results. That's how you turn your annual income into your monthly income in 90 days. So that's why today's homework of scripting is going to be important when we tap into it tomorrow. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Drop a 7 if you got today's value. If you got a lot of value from today's call. Yes, yes, yes. Do we have any questions, guys? I'm telling you, especially if you're a leader, most of you guys are leaders, you're running businesses. You want to get your teammates, your clients, your sidelines, your employees, your recruits, whoever you want. You want to get them on this call so they can go with you. You want to go fast, go by yourself. You want to go far, go with your team. Even if you're just starting out your business and you're got a business partner, get them on this call so you can get off and mastermind with them and get an image to go on. Man, this is what our company is going to look like, and boom, and we're going to do all that stuff with them, you know? So guys, do you guys know what the homework is? Write your script. Do we have any questions? Maybe I'll take 1 or 2 questions, okay? Maribel, I see you have a question. Here's how you're going to ask a question. Go down to the reactions setting right here at the bottom. And there's a thing that says raise hand. Raise your hand and maybe I'll take 1 or 2 questions. All right, Maribel, you are first.
Okay, hi guys. How are you all? I hope you guys are good.
Awesome, Maribel. Where are you from?
Okay, I am from Chicago.
You're from Chicago. What do you do?
What I well, first I freelance and I network market, and I freelance in the entertainment industry. So I'm actually on my way to work.
It's kind of hard to hear you. It's kind of hard to hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm driving, so it's kind of like chaotic right here in my car. It's I have a lot of energy pouring out. That's why. But real quick, DeAndre, I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. I know everybody's time is valuable. But I have a question for you, and it's kind of like more of like a personal question that's going on in my life right now. Okay? And I want your advice on it. I have we're gonna call on somebody that I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because I don't know if it's too much of a friend. Somebody that I've been introducing him to the business and, you know, the mindset, even your seminars and, you know, my IM business and everything else, and even like my media business. It's always really negative. Like, I brought him over to one of the events that I hosted, and what he did was he got drunk in the corner and kind of like was just judging everybody, and then at the end he was just kind of like nitpicking at me. I let it go. I let it slide off like butter, whatever. I kind of like distance myself from that type of energy, but now he's kind of like reaching out to me and he was like, okay, so I'm intrigued. I presented this opportunity multiple times for him. So when he said that he was intrigued, this energy came to me and I was just like, oh my God, you're going to weigh me down. But I don't want to think like that, you know? I don't want to think like that, and I want to help him out. Do you have any advice as to what I should do, how I should approach this situation? And I don't want my negative thoughts about who he has been affect me, because I believe that we all can change, you know? And so, and I want to help him. So how can I help him? How can I help myself first so that I don't think of his energy as like draining and like a base and just bringing me down, so I can help him up? Because now he's really intrigued.
Yeah, I would just work with people. I would help yourself by working with people that want to work with you.
Work with people that want to work with me?
Yeah, I mean, why fight it? Like, it's supposed to be effortless,
Okay.
and if somebody's not wanting to change, like, you change people. Like, you can only attract people by becoming a better version of yourself. And if they still are not that at that point, there are people that will never understand. Like, my grandparents will never understand what I do. They just never understand what I do.
Okay.
And but I don't try to change them. I love them from a distance. Like, I'll see my grandparents every 6 months, but I know not to talk about anything about business, money, or mindset, because they're just gonna be on some other stuff. So, but I still love them from a
Right.
distance. I don't try to change them. I just try to work with who naturally wants to attract towards me. I like to live life easily in an effortless way. Not to say I don't work, but I like things to flow towards me. I like when people
Okay.
message me like, "Hey, DeAndre, I got a check for you. I want to work with you. Let's run it. I'm ready. Let's do it." That's way easier than trying to force stuff. So I think you just want to take that perspective. Yeah, you want to attract rather than work. And you attract it by getting on the frequency. That person's on a different frequency. Tomorrow we're talking about that. You just want to get on people that are in alignment with you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, how should I reply to him? Like, I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
Interested in what?
I
Well,
can't, like, ignore him. You know what I mean? And now he's reaching out again. So,
okay.
how should I respond to
Just
that?
ask questions to see what does he want. So, I mean, that's a sales question too. Like, once you understand that, like, a lot of you guys got to get better at sales. A lot of you talk a lot when it comes to sales. It's going to be 80 to 90% them talking, 10% you talking. So if he really is intrigued, I'm like, okay, what are you intrigued about? Well, I'm just intrigued at the idea of, like, not working a job anymore. And kind of, okay, why does that intrigue you? Well, I hate my boss right now. I'm not making enough money. Well, are you interested in an opportunity that you would be able to quit your job in the next 6 months and still work it part-time, making money in your schedule? Well, that sounds kind of interesting. Well, if I showed you an opportunity, would you want to look into it? Yeah, I think I would. Well, hey, we have this opportunity meeting on Tuesday or Thursday. What day works better for you? Well, I work Tuesday. Well, how does Thursday work? Well, Thursday works. Well, there you go. So you ask a series of questions and they lead themselves to where they got to go. So now it's
Got
just
you. I
asking
love you.
questions.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. That's all. I can
Awesome.
allow now somebody else to take a question. Like I said, I was like, I don't want to be greedy and take all of your time. So thank you for letting me express myself.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, pleasure. I'll take one more question. Reaper the realist. I think he left because
Yeah,
there's.
no, right here, man.
Oh, you're here. Okay, what's going on, my man?
What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so I just had a question on the scripting, the homework that you're going on. So it's like what we want our life to look like right now. Like right now, everything that we want when I close my eyes, like what do I see myself as and what do I really desire right now? And I'm just writing like everything pertaining to that.
Yes. So basically, you're gonna write down. I'm so happy and great. Like, are you in IM Academy?
Yeah.
Okay, so IM Academy is a particular network marketing company, guys. So I'd write down, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a chairman, whatever. I'm driving this car, I'm living here, I'm doing this, I'm traveling like this, I'm doing, like, very detailed, but don't go like 5 pages. Go like maybe front and back, and just write down the feeling and who you need to become, and then like the stuff that you want. And then write it in detail. Like, if you're gonna talk about a car, don't spend half the page talking about 3 different cars. Like, write maybe one or two. I want a McLaren 600 LT purple with this interior. I travel like this. So you want to write a life that you want. And what the most important thing is detail. Because when we start talking about scripting tomorrow and tapping in, emotion is very key. And if you don't have a detail, you're not going to draw emotion from it. So like right now, I see the car that I want, the particular McLaren that I want, the color, the speckles that come out of the color of the wheels, the orange stripes going down the interior. Like, I see that. So when I visualize, I can get emotional about it. So write in detail what you want your life to look like, but in the present tense, as if it is done already. Did that answer your question?
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Because like I know what I want to drive. I know where I want to live, and I know what I want to be wearing and how much money I want to be making. Which that's pretty much all I'm focusing on. And I'm just going into detail of those 4 things.
Awesome. Yep, you're on the right track. I'll take
Right,
one more
thanks,
question,
man.
Brian.
Yeah, so this is kind of more just going off of the last question, actually. So if you want to take someone else's question, you totally can. but it's just going to be like 20 seconds here.
I mean, yeah. Did I
So,
answer it?
yeah.
Or you still have a question?
Yeah. So going off of that, would it be like our perfect day? So like, let's say we have the thing where we want to wake up at whatever 6 a.m. and then right away go to the gym and then kind of like structure out how our perfect day would look in that aspect.
I wouldn't say perfect day. I would write down the perfect version of you.
Okay.
What you become, the answers will come. So you can write down, I'm a person that's self-disciplined. I wake up at the same time every day, 5:55 a.m. I have a business that looks like this. I have 5 employees that work for me. We're doing 100K a month in revenue. We're doing so more of a person you are versus a schedule. Because that schedule, like you don't know what your schedule will look like, but more of the become in the details of what you want.
And then like you wake up with this type of view or whatever in this type of house.
I wake up in here, like I live in Miami, so I live at the Paramount penthouse. I have these 3 cars, they're this color, like stuff like that. Just details of what you want in your life. Like if you're writing a movie script.
Perfect.
And the final question is from Boris. Boris, are you there? All righty. I don't think that he is here. But so guys, regardless, we're going to be here tomorrow at the same time, 11 a.m. EST. We're going to be doing law of attraction, law of vibration, because now we understood, 1, that we can create our dream life with our goal. Number 2, we understand that our life is controlled by our paradigm and our conditioning in our subconscious mind. And we created an image of what that subconscious mind looks like. So that when we get into the laws tomorrow, law of attraction, law of vibration, we're going to see how those play a part really in the manifestation process and the science behind doing things in the certain way. So guys, the only thing I can ask is if you guys are really getting value from this, share this link. Let's get more people on the call. Let's get other people on the call. And then on Thursday, for those of you that stay longer, I will have a special announcement for those of you that stay to the end on Thursday and Friday. How many of you would actually want to have a one-on-one coaching call with me for about 1 hour? Where we're breaking down your paradigm, your goals, creating your script together, doing all that within a 1 hour call. Drop a yes in the chat. So we're going to be talking about that and a couple other bonuses on Thursday and Friday. So you're going to make sure you want to stick around to make that life happen. So without further ado, go out there, make things happen, create that image because it is done. Live from the wish fulfilled and everything will come in the effortless way. Take care, family. I'll see you guys tomorrow.